Yeah, my name is Guru Tadiparti, and I'm the founder CEO for Murphy.ai. It's one of the probably fastest growing AI platforms in the post-acute space. And now we're also getting into the acute space and as well as the mental health. Yeah, I've been to ViVE almost now 3 times over the last 3 years. And I think the first time was a great experience because I got to know, the whole tech stack, the vendors, the partners and all that. That's just an ecosystem play. You cannot offer all the solutions to a provider, so you kind of partner with a bunch of technologies, bring them onto your marketplace of offerings, and then get on to the providers. That's really the big thing about ViVE for me. Obviously, some of our customers come here and we talk to them and we explain to them what we do, we re-emphasize, we do the booths together. But more than anything else, I think it's the partners, it's the technologies, and getting to know more people and their thoughts. Last but not the least, the providers. We meet a lot of providers, some of these talks which are happening right here. The interesting thing about them is that you get a pulse of what they're thinking. You try to understand how are they implementing the technologies, what are the adoption issues, where are they heading towards this. I think this is incredible for us. And that's why I keep coming to ViVE again and again. Yeah, that's where we are. There's a lot of changes, especially probably the first time in 24 when I visited here, I do not met much of AI. Here's like people talking about AI. Right? There were probably a few booths, a few people talking about AI. They're saying, yeah, it's going to change things for healthcare and all that. From there to today, people are talking about AI being the operating system for healthcare, right? So you had people talking about AI, then you had some point solutions in 24, 25. Now 25 was a lot of changes which has happened in healthcare, especially with AI implementations, initial ones, adoption issues, resistance, and all those kind of things. But now when you get into 26, there's a huge surge. Pretty much people are saying, we'll implement it, we'll go ahead and roll it out, we'll push through the whole adoption scene. Fortunately, I hear a lot of people saying that AI is not about, essentially in healthcare, not about replacing people, but trying to derive efficiencies. Which like physician burnout is a problem, clinician burnout is a problem, payments is a problem, lost payments, I mean. So a lot of these problems are now getting addressed faster with optimization, AI implementations, and so on and so forth. I think this change in what you hear from different practitioners over the last 3 years, ViVE has brought out. And that's what I would say. If you look at it, there are 3 large healthcare events, from a provider perspective, or national events, like you have the ViVE, you have HIMSS, and you have the health conference. The formats are similar in a way in terms of the booths and the sessions and the kind of topics being discussed, etc. But I find in ViVE that the buzz, the vibe that you have with people talking more about the implementations and what they have gone through, the experiential stuff. I think that might be something where probably ViVE scores over others. The whole energy, I think that's a difference. It's more, I think if I look at it from brand perspective, probably it is more youthful, more energetic. I think that's what I would say. If you look at it, there are essentially 3 tracks here, which I kind of look at. The first track is going to the sessions and figuring out what people are saying. What has been their journey over the last 1 year in terms of implementing various technologies is track 1. The track 2 is coming over here into the exhibits, going and meeting the booths, understanding what they do or the new technologies. Can they partner with us? Is it something that we can integrate and offer as a solution to the provider ecosystem? That's a second lane. And I would say the third lane is the structured meetings. I think you have the Investor Connect, the Attendee Meetup, Care Connects, and so on and so forth. I personally like the Attendee Meetup because there are a lot of people come together to discuss what are each other's offerings. It's like a speed dial. You got a 15 minutes and you talk about what you're going to offer and they say what you want to do, and then put these things together and see if it makes sense and value to the end provider. I think that structured approach of 15 minutes, like quick speed dial, and you'll pretty much know, okay, there's a match here and probably you can take it forward, or no, there's no match, but nice to meet you. If it's a first timer, I would say come here, experience the whole vibe, get to know what's going on. It's a good ecosystem play. You'll learn what's going on across a broad spectrum. You may not probably assimilate everything overnight, but you spend 3 days, meet a lot of people, you get to know what's happening out here. And if it's a repeat person and they don't have time or whatever, I would say come back here because every year the technologies are rapidly advancing. So what you did last year, probably the solutions you're looking for probably not there, but this year you might probably find it. So I think that's what I would tell them. One of the things that I was thinking aloud after seeing ViVE this time is, if you look at Murphy.ai, it is one of the largest infrastructures that we have built. And it's terrific, right? But I think we are not positioning it appropriately. When I look at, for example, people talk about agentic AI or specific solutions per se, or point solutions, I realized that we got everything, the whole stack. So for a provider to come and hook in, or for a healthcare platform to come and hook in and go live within weeks and start offering to their customers as a white label platform, I think we got the whole works. I think it's how we take this infrastructure and embed deep into EHRs or other healthcare platforms or even RCM systems, right? And for benefiting the patient care at the last mile, or in terms of helping getting paid faster, reducing denials, or clinician workflows from ambient AI with analysis all the way up to histories and mapping, prognostics. I think the full stack we have, and this is something, the one idea I'm taking back. We have the full stack. Let's see if we can get some more, like agentic, etc., can get ironed out and push it downstream. That's what I would say.